I forgot to put on sunscreen, BRB. We gotta protect. We gotta protect. How could I forget? How could I forget? Hey, we gotta protect. How could I forget? Hey. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Literally, people are gonna call the cops on. Who was it? I think it was D'Angelo. He was like, I'm calling the police. Somebody's gonna do that, but don't call the police. We don't support the police around here. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to part 2. A black guy showing interest in you is not them doing you a favor. Same concept as with the non-black guy. You're doing them a favor by existing. Not everything is a sign. And I think what I meant by this is that I always used to be like, oh, Allah, send me a sign, send me a sign, send me a sign, send me a sign. And I would look so deeply into everything, but like not everything that happened meant something. Does that make sense? Like, as in, okay, send me a sign, and then maybe the guy that I like laughed at a joke that I told. Is it a sign? Depends. It depends. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it depends. And over time, I've come to realize that, like, just because I like a guy doesn't mean that everything that they do is pointing me to becoming closer to them or having to be with them, kind of thing. So that's what I meant by everything is not a sign. Not everything is a sign. But at the same time, I will say, reacting to this, I do see hints of me having accepted the gaslighting that had been done to me. Because what I also meant by not everything is a sign is like, oh, a guy giving me their attention and their time and laughing at my jokes and doing this, that, and the third doesn't mean anything. But it does. It does mean something. Like, and I think I agree and disagree with this point. Like, as in, if I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send me a sign, I should be looking for the sign, right? But at the same time, not everything that happens is going to be that sign from Allah, is what I'm getting at. I agree with that portion, but I don't agree with the fact that I can't take a guy's behavior for face value. And I think that's kind of what I was trying to get at by saying not everything is a sign, is that, oh, just because he gave you attention, just because he laughed at your jokes, just because he's treating you differently than other girls, that doesn't mean that he likes you. But no, it probably means that he does like you. Is he going to own up to it and take accountability or follow through? That's a different story. But I kind of agree and disagree with this. Okay, next one I put, it is more than okay for you to want a good person purely for the sake of wanting goodness in your life. Like, it's fine. Like whoever you want. Like whoever you want. Can't nobody tell you you can't like whoever you want. Because I feel like sometimes guys have this way of like making you feel like, how dare you like me? How dare you like me when I don't like you? And it's just like, I can't control my feelings. I'm sorry that I thought you were a good person. I'm sorry that I thought you and I would make a good couple. I'm sorry that I wanted something good. So I wrote that down. It is more than okay for you to want a good person or somebody who you think is a good person, simply for the sake of it, simply for just wanting goodness in your life. That's fine. It is also okay to assume you are worth somebody's interest. Like, it is okay for you to think, oh, that guy is interested in me. Why can't you think that? You're worth somebody's interest. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like going back to the thing of like being gaslit, sometimes guys make it seem like, how dare you assume that I like me of all people would like you, would be interested in. And it's just like, dude, calm down. Take it down like several notches. You're up here. The sound, wait, what is it? The sound on this bus is astronomical. Astronomical. Like, y'all really be out here getting upset when somebody assumes that you're interested in it. Y'all do it all the time. Y'all also look at girls and you assume that the girl likes you even if she doesn't like you. She doesn't come and punch you in the face or yell at you or shame you or mistreat you because of it. So then, like, calm down. Just because somebody likes you that you don't like back, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't the end of the world. You don't have to treat that person like trash. It's really not that deep. It's shallow. In a couple months, she'll probably get over you. So get over yourself. Next one. Focus on the facts, not the fantasies. The what ifs are irrelevant. The unforeseeable future should not be where you hang your hopes. I don't know if I agree with this. What I meant by focus on the facts I think what I was trying to get at was that don't get hung up on the idea of a person. Actually try to figure out who that person is, what they show you that they are. Because I think a lot of times we kind of fall in love with the idea of a guy, the initial sweetness, the initial kindness, the initial attention that they give us. We fall in love with that. And then later on down the line, when they disrespect us or when they bully us, literally, by like gaslighting us or whatever it is, we're still hung up on the idea of them. So then it's hard for us to see the truth of the matter, which is that they're literally bullying us. They're literally gaslighting us. They're literally making us seem crazy, kind of thing. So I think that's what I meant by focus on the facts, not the fantasies, not the idea of who he was when you first met him, but what his true characteristics and what he showed you are, kind of thing, right? And I think the what ifs was just like me focusing so much on, oh, if me and this guy were together, we could do that. We would be this way, we would be that way. No, I'm gonna focus on what you show me right now, because it's going to also determine how our relationship would go, kind of thing. Like, take things for face value is basically what I'm saying. But I don't agree with the don't hang your hopes on the future. I now believe in hanging your hopes on the future, because that is in line. Hanging your hopes on the future is in line with trusting that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has good for you. Because just because something didn't work out in the past or something isn't working out currently, it is okay for you to hope for betterment or for change in the future. So I don't agree with that part. I do hang my hopes on the future. I live in the present, of course. I take things for face value, of course. I try to learn from my past, but I'm gonna continue to hope for my future. And I got this from my friend, actually. We did a live and she said this, and I was rewatching the live and I was like, wow, subhanAllah, she's right. She was saying that Islam is a religion that believes very much in the unseen, very much in the things that we can't see. We don't see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world. We don't see angels. We don't see our qadar. We don't see all of these things. We haven't seen the prophets and their miracles, but we believe in them. So then we also have to believe in things being better in the future, because we were talking about, like, you know, the future being brighter for our children and our grandchildren and all that kind of stuff, right? So the same way when it comes to love and relationships, it's okay for you to hope for the unforeseeable future, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, anything is possible, kind of thing. So I don't agree with the part of not hanging my hopes. I think I do now hang my hopes on the unforeseeable future. Okay, next is kind people exist. I don't know why I wrote that, but I guess it was just, again, it was me gaslighting, which was kind of like, oh, just because a guy is kind to you doesn't mean they like you, kind of thing. But at the same time, it's just like, why of all the kind guys that I've met in my life, why is it only a select few that I assume like me? Because you've treated me differently than you treat other people, and you're showing me your feelings whether or not you're acknowledging them, kind of thing. So I agree, kind people do exist, but again, take things for face value. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't invalidate your intuition and your ability to gauge situations and to gauge how somebody is feeling. Okay, next one. You cannot force feelings and emotions related to the heart. Only Allah controls matters of the heart. I agree. Whether you like somebody or don't like somebody, it's not in your control. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who puts the love of people in our hearts or doesn't put it in our hearts. So I still do agree. And I think on that note, I guess I would say that, like, if you do like somebody, don't force yourself, and they don't return feelings, don't force yourself to get over it so quickly, because those feelings are there for a reason, kind of thing, right? So that's another thing I guess I kind of drew from that. I'll try and zoom through the next couple ones really quickly. Dua is your fortress. Still is, child. Like, dua is your protection. Dua is your anchor. Dua is your everything. And so I think during that time I learned that, like, I just had to continue to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide me to what was best for me, and to also mend my broken heart multiple times over and over again. Cry as much as you need to. Give yourself time. Be gentle and kind and patient with yourself. Healing is a process, not a state of being. I don't know what else to add to that. I agree. Good job, Sawdatou. Okay, you out here spitting life lessons. Trust Allah's plans, but even more than that, trust in Allah. Let me say it just one more time. I'll say it one more time. Trust Allah's plans, but even more than that, trust in Allah. And the next few are pretty short. Pray about it. Talk about it, write it down. And those are all things that helped me to work through my emotions when it came to guys that didn't return feelings for me, or guys that didn't give me clear signs or whatever it was, like I had to pray about it, talk about it with my friends because they validated my feelings and my emotions and my experiences, and also write it down just so I can have a space to put all of those feelings, all those emotions somewhere other than just like carrying them heavily in my heart. Relax, stress out when needed, but then relax again. I don't know exactly what I meant by this, but I guess I used to be extremely stressed by guys and whatnot. So this is part 3, and it's just one advice, and it says, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be confused. Just be sure to remain realistic and rely on Allah always. So I will say, I don't know about the realistic part, because again, it goes back to that whole thing of me not hoping for the future. So there's no such thing, in my opinion, as being realistic, because life doesn't make sense. Nothing in life, not it doesn't make sense, but like nothing is logical. And I think being realistic is kind of saying that we must be logical, but nothing in life logically makes sense. Like, how is it that you met the people that you met logically? Y'all wasn't even born in the same countries, or y'all didn't even grow up in the same neighborhoods. Logically, a lot of things in life don't make sense. So I think, like, of course it's good to balance and be realistic every now and then, but I think when it comes to love, this is my opinion, y'all could disagree, I think it's okay to be illogical. It's okay to be unrealistic, because again, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything and anything is possible, and we have to hope from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because as he says, I am the way that my servants see me. So we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a Lord who is loving and will give, and when we want something that is good for us, he will facilitate it for us, then that's what's gonna happen. But if we're just like, well, if I'm unrealistic, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not gonna give it to me. No, because you don't know. We don't know realistically what's possible. We don't know realistically what's good for us, what's not good for us. So like, just trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, turn to him, let him know what's in your heart, pray to him, and then open your arms wide. Open your arms wide, ready to receive, okay? So that is all that I have. Again, I'll be editing this video, and I don't know how coherent it's gonna be. I don't know what y'all will gain from this. I don't even know what I'm gonna title it, because I don't even know if that was relationship advice or if that was just like me reacting to things that I've written in the past. But I hope you guys found this to be beneficial. If you're not already, again, please subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell notification so that way you can be notified every single time that I post. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. If you're not already, follow me on the gram. Follow me on Instagram, Sawdatou _ at SAWDATOU _ and let's have fun. Let's get lit. Okay? And I'll catch you guys in the next one, inshallah. Asalamualaykum. Bye. Peace and love. And bye.